All right. Well, this is the first time we are actually live from the gazebo. We got 1, we got 2, and we got 3 different angles. This is official. Kevin Davis is in the building.
Yes,
welcome
sir.
to the gazebo. Thank you so much for being here, bro.
Of course, man. Seeing the work that you guys just put into this, I don't know anything about technology, and I'm just sitting here blessed to be a part of it.
Oh, yes. And shout out to Pishka. Shout out to Nikki. This would not be possible without her. She's a right-hand man, right-hand woman. Thank you so much for being here. Absolutely. So let's get right into it. You know what I'm saying? What we have got going on. The community cleanup event, July 11th. Tell the people, we already had a little IG live about it, but tell the people in a short, I'd say in a short sentence, what we can expect on July 11th.
All right, so on July 11th, you can expect to join a crowd of people wanting to genuinely reconnect and rebuild their community, and it starts with cleaning it up. You know what I mean? It's a small progress, and you're gonna have a lot of fun opportunities at the end of the day as well. The Born for This brand is gonna be providing a T-shirt to everyone that comes out and participates in the cleanup. And then obviously, we've worked with the City Island Mini Golf to make sure everyone that comes will be getting free mini golf and free ice cream as well. So I'm excited. There's going to be a lot of smiling faces and a lot of people having a good time.
I think so too. And like you said, this is a community event. This isn't just about Born for This. This isn't just about the gazebo or even the people about it. It's about the neighborhoods. It's about the place where we come from and giving back to it. So, and not just having like you said, a cleanup, but a fun time as well. We're going to have golf. We're going to have pizza. We're going to have some food and fun too, some music. So, and it's definitely a fusion of what you want to do in your brand and what you represent as far as doing good for the people, bringing back to your community, but also bringing a message about your brand too at the end of the day too. So
the thing I was going for, and you actually just touched on it at the very end there, is that I want to show kids it can be fun to clean up your community. You know what I mean? I remember being that kid that says, "Oh, this place sucks anyways. I can't wait to get out of here. This place sucks." You know what I mean? But it might not be that bad if we put that same energy into helping clean it back up again. And it doesn't have to be oh, I don't want to do this, oh, this is miserable. It can be a genuinely fun thing to do, and you can do it and feel great about what you're doing at the same time.
Absolutely. So. I think that's the best thing about it is it's a community event that brings together just not people, but groups of people that wouldn't even, I'd say, maybe be a part of it. Whether it's the West Shore, East Shore are going to meet up together. Those people are going to, I'd say, mingle, get together, and get to know each other, and it's just going to be a good time for people to show what the area is about. We have a lot of negative press, sometimes in this area, so it's good to do something that we can be positive about. And I'm so glad that you came to me, man, and I really respect your mission. I'm not gonna lie, man. Your vision for this too, man, it was awesome. So thank you, Kevin.
I couldn't have done this without you. I'm glad you were so willing and able to help me out as well. So
and we got some more work to do.
Yeah, it's not here yet. We're still working on it. Obviously, we're doing the podcast here right now.
Yeah.
Which when you guys watching this see it,
yes.
It'll be closer to go time, and I'm just genuinely excited for the day to be here.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think it represents not just your clothing brand. So tell the people, we already talked about it before. We had that little IG live quarantine questionnaire before, but I just want to know about how you think the people and how you think people will react to your brand at the event, I would say, or just getting to know you. How are you going to do sort of a promo at the same time as doing something good?
So I really don't plan on promoting the brand, to be honest.
That's good, man. That's good.
Obviously the brand will be giving out a shirt, and a lot of people will be happy just to get a shirt. But I don't want people to come out because they're getting a shirt. You know what I mean? I genuinely want this to be a community thing. And I hope the biggest thing people take from my brand is the fact that it wants to be a part of the community. This isn't something that I started and said, "Oh, it's bigger than Harrisburg, so I can't wait to get it out of Harrisburg." My brand is gonna be in Harrisburg, no matter what. Whether I get up and move to middle of nowhere,
back to Kansas or go to Cali, wherever.
Either way, the Born for This brand was started, and raised.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I've raised it through the Harrisburg community, and I owe a lot of people respect for allowing my brand to
Mhm.
take off the way it has, the way people have given it a chance to grow in the area and the community, doing shows at HMAC.
Mhm. That's giving you a little bit of exposure too.
Yeah.
It sort of gets into my next point of how I remember you saying to me the last time we spoke how music is sort of your passion at the low key. You know what I'm saying? That's your passion. But so how do you plan to fuse in the future your passion of music and the fashion and the art and sort of like your mission for the brand on a long term scale? Excuse me.
Yeah, that's a great question. So already, it's just naturally happened where the same people that have given me the opportunity to give my brand a platform are the same people that are making the hottest music videos in Harrisburg right now.
Yes.
Shout out to Nikki. Nikki's born for this,
Yes.
and multiple videos. Kizzle, just to name some more people. Young Dev has been wearing my brand a lot, and there's countless other ones too. So it's just that right there is awesome because that's helping me out already. That's promotion that I'm not doing anything for. Those are just good friends going out of their way to do something that they know will help me out.
Yeah, just genuinely
And that's
helping you
genuinely
out. Yeah.
the most awesome thing, you know what I mean? So I already have that going on, but in terms of developing further into the music scene, my goal is to start specifically making clothes for artists for music videos. I've had
Very dope.
a few opportunities to make custom shirts for artists, but that's only the beginning. That I want to start actually dictating or helping recommend. Oh, well, I can make this for you, or oh, for this video, if this is what you're gonna do. You know what I mean? Like semi-directing it, kind of.
Okay. Also, like styling too, just a
Yeah.
little bit too. I like that. Yeah.
And even on a deeper stage, maybe 10 years from now, I want to open up a music label. Born for this label.
Well, that's dope. I like that.
Born for this artist. You
I
know
like
what mean?
that. That's awesome.
That's the highest music-wise of like
Yeah.
mixing my two passions that I think it could go. You know what I
like
mean?
that.
I've already done a few shows in the area as well, but the big goal that I set is to open up the label.
Okay, all right, and I like that mission as far as, like you said, put an artist in a position where it's not just them wearing your clothing, but you're putting them in a position where they can be in a label position where they're going to make some money, and they're going to make some money for you, and I like that, man. A little entrepreneurship going on,
Yes,
too,
sir.
you know what I'm saying? When I talked to Genre about that, he was like, I want to make an empire. I want it to be bigger than music. I want people to say entertainment, and period. Any form of entertainment. So I think that that's the realm that you're sort of getting into as well.
On that note, shout out to Genre.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I just want to look in the camera and say, I was telling Tyler earlier when I pulled up, I was like, yo, did you hear new Genre yet? He said, no, I haven't had a chance to check it out. I've been busy. I'm like, bro, I've only been around the Harrisburg scene for a few years, but that was by far overall one of the deepest albums I've ever heard come out of here. So
I'm gonna check that shit out.
Shout out, man. That's awesome. You really deserve it, man. For real.
Awesome, man. Former Gazebo guest. You might have him on again, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. Yeah, we need to get to that show. John was supposed to have his first headliner, but coronavirus hit us, and this is our first interview since then, so hey.
We need that.
Yes.
We need that Genre show.
We do. So talk to me a little bit about how you view the Harrisburg music scene, fashion scene, art scene, and where you think that is going, the direction it's headed, and where you see that in the future.
Alright, so this is the only scene I know. You know what I mean? I can't speak on what's going on in LA, underground wise, you know what I mean? I'm not out there, I'm not in New York. This is all I know. But with that being said, I'm blessed to know what I have, because I truly feel like without knowing what's going on out there, I'm confident enough to say what's going on here is special.
I like that.
There's multiple artists that can really make that jump and have made that jump in the past few years and continue to give ourselves and the city a platform. And it's awesome to see, and it's even cooler to see that those same people aren't like, oh, here's a group here and here's a group here. They're willing to bring each other together to put more people on. And that's why I feel like the city is going to keep continuing to see and feel the success that we're feeling right now and seeing right now.
I like that,
So.
and one of the biggest things for me was I see the growth in different areas in the city. Whether it's not just music, it's not just fashion, but either in culture, in food, or in business, or people coming here for different reasons. And I think it speaks to where our artistic levels are in this area. I think it's underrated. I think we get overlooked a lot of times where we're in between Pittsburgh, Philly, New York. We're in that little in-between realm as a little small city, but I think in this area we have very like you said, pockets of people that they're not putting themselves in pockets. And that's the thing where I see artists are kind of getting willing to get out of their comfort zone to work with other artists or work with people that they haven't been familiar with in the past to get a bit more exposure, but to also genuinely put the area on too. So that's good to see that people can sometimes put that hatred or that jealousy or whatever they feel past them and say, you know what, this is bigger than all of us. So
one of my favorite things is like, even when we're doing good, we all come together and we're like, yo, what we just did was good, but we got to do better. You know what I mean? There's that drive with the people that are working here right now in the art scene, that they're not content with what they just did, because they know that doesn't last, and we got to keep doing it. You got to keep doing it if we're all going to get out of here. And people aren't just doing it for themselves, they're doing it for the unit, you know what I mean? And they're competitive, not with someone else, but with themselves to do better for the whole group, and that's cool to see.
I see that too. I
Very
see that.
unselfish, you know what I mean?
And it speaks to people that they realize that their artistry goes beyond just themselves too. That you put people in other positions, and relationships are important. You build off connections all day. So at the end of the day, that's really what we're trying to do here. And we're trying to network. We're trying to build people. We're trying to give people that platform to expose themselves and their art to other people that might not have that. So it's really just a connection here. We're trying to build those connections, and that's really what I like to see around here. So
Yeah, it's awesome.
It is. And so pretty much, tell me how you I'd say get back to live events. Tell me about how you sort of start to plan those and how you got into that and what your passion is for putting on events for people, and especially music events, I'd say.
I wish we could do an event tomorrow, but obviously with the way things are right now, people are worried about COVID.
As they should be, though.
Is that understandable? I get it. But I wish there was a way to, make something possible, make an event possible, where if people want to come and, I don't want to say risk it, but if people want to come and enjoy good vibes, they're not worried about catching COVID, that we could safely have a good show, have artists put on a performance. I don't know how we would do that right now.
I think it takes a little bit of creativity, a little bit of innovation I think a lot of people are doing that. They're trying to, but at the end of the day, it's really a risk too for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things that's hard. But I've been putting some thought into it for sure. But how I started doing it was actually, I went to a show. My first show at HMAC was the very end of 2017.
Okay.
Or very end of 2018, I should say. Didn't really know anything about myself looking back on it, but I went to explore the music and to help find ways to push the brand, right?
Yeah.
And fell in love with it. I met Nikki, Kizzle, Deb, all them guys at HMAC, you know what I mean? The Mir show, I saw the first Mir show, was cool enough to talk to Mir after
That's awesome.
After the event, got a picture with Mir or whatever. And from there, it's just been it's been my second life pretty much.
Yeah.
Born for this brand is my life. I put everything into that, but when I have the extra time, the extra funds available, it's the shows.
Yeah.
Or even just the artists in general. Finding any way I can to help out the artists, because those people are like my best friends, you know what I mean?
And you really truly build bonds with those people in different ways, even beyond business or just a little collaboration here or there.
People don't understand, why would I go to a show with a bunch of local artists?
Yeah.
One, you should always support your local artists. Two, they might just be a local artist right now, but you could meet them, have a good time, and that might become your best friend. You never know. You know
True.
what I mean?
Yeah. It's much deeper than just hey, how are you? Here, like just good to meet you type of stuff.
And
like
it's never just the music either. Like genuine friendships come from it all.
Yeah. I like that. Oh yeah, of course, for sure. Yeah, we cool about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And so, I want to talk about. This got a little deep. So what's the we got it? We get a little deep. So I know with this brand, you had the opportunity to send a message, and with the climate of the world lately, and some of the horrible things that we've been seeing lately, I think that you had done a lot, and you've done a big part in representing, I'd say, to be frank, white people and white men in this industry and this culture. So tell me about your position and how you feel in this climate of the world, how you do your part, and what you think needs to be done.
So, I've always been the type of person. Growing up, so for me, the first time I experienced racism, I never really knew what it was both of my cousins, females, obviously. Both of my female cousins had boyfriends. Yeah. One was white, one was black. You know what I mean? I was younger. I grew up with them. They were like my older brothers. I was kind of telling you about it earlier today. When I would go out with Bradley, the white guy, people wouldn't look at us. You know what I mean? We just go about our day that everything was cool. When I go out with my guy Tone, people would look at us crazy. I'd be seeing people look at him. Why are you looking at him like that? You know what I mean? So that was really the first time I experienced that. And shout out to Tone. I was just telling Gazebo like how much I looked up to you, but it's just crazy to me how people can hate based off someone else's skin color. You know what I mean? And in the field that I want to be in the industry that I want to be in, I want it to be as known as possible that I'm not one of those people. Like, and I won't stand for it. I won't socialize with people that think it's okay, because people like to say, oh, well, we're entitled to our own opinions. Like, racism isn't an opinion.
No.
That's hateful as all get out. So, like, yeah, you may be entitled to feel that way, but you're not going to feel that way around me and still be associated with me.
No.
I want nothing to do with that. That's not me. And I am blessed to have the friends that I am. Or I'm blessed to have the friends that I do have, I should say. And I've been blessed to be a part of a community that was predominantly black and has accepted me open arms. And I want people to know how thankful I am for that. And I'm with you guys. And I just came up with shirts. I've been selling them on the front, very clearly white lettering. I don't fuck with racists.
I love it.
On the back,
I'm gonna cop one.
The Born for This logo. Bold, you know what I mean? I want people to know, like, I'm wearing this shirt, I don't fuck with racists. Oh, and by the way, my brand doesn't either.
Nope.
And that's the same thing I put on my Facebook, on all my social medias. I want it to be known. Like, if anyone ever needs anything from me, I'm here. I'm here for all of you guys, and I'm trying to make changes in the small ways I can, you know what I mean?
I love it. I think that if we all do our part and we do the most we can, you know what I'm saying, it's just, it gets me emotional, man. I'm not gonna lie, because the things that I see, it's so disheartening. Growing up where I grew up and being in the culture that we are in, this rap community, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying, it's black culture at the end of the day. We promote that, and that's what we're in, and that's what we enjoy and consume. And we especially have the responsibility to let it be known that we don't fuck with that type of shit. Like, it's not going to be condoned in any of our circles and any of the people that we are around. And I appreciate that. I know you've been, like you said, doing your part on social media, but I think that we need to do a lot more. And especially with this platform right here, we need to have the conversations and have it with those people that need to hear them. Those people need to hear these type of conversations, because not every person in our family or in our circle is like we are. That's just true. You know what I'm saying? That's unfortunate as it is. Those people need to let it be known that it's not fucked with. And I just get a little bit emotional talking about that type of shit, you know?
Yeah, I feel you, because it's serious. It's like, why is it still a problem? You know what I mean? And like, you shouldn't have to fear whether we're going to be able to talk to our friends again. You know what I mean?
My family members too. It's not just my friends too. So
yeah, for sure. Because like I said, my friends are like family to me at this point. You know what I mean? They have hours of work we put in whether it's HMAC, whether it's the studio, whether it's making shirts, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We're always together, so.
And I like how sort of your brand, like you said with the shirts, nobody's born racist. So you know what? You're born for this. If you're born like this, you're not. It doesn't come in your heart like that. It's learned. Racism is taught. It's learned. It's systematic. It's something that needs to be dismantled from every single angle, from an individual angle, from a corporate level to a governmental level, from every single aspect of society. So I just want it to be known in this platform that shit is not fucking condoned in any way. So
I appreciate you giving me a chance to even speak on that.
Absolutely, man. I want to have real conversations, man.
Yeah,
I want to talk
sure.
about mental health. I want to talk about people not having access to rights. I want to have people talking about the things that they feel are infringed upon them and have people have their voices be heard. So that's all this is, a platform for speaking. So, and I want you to talk about on that angle, talk about the mission personally and for the brand for Born for This.
The personal mission, I'll start off with that, is just, it used to be about, having enough money to get the fancy clothes or to buy the nice car or to have the Hollywood Hills house. But in the past year, like, life has just taken me aback in a way of putting it. Made me, whoa, there's bigger things to life than that. You know what I mean? Some real eye openers. And at this point, my only mission is to be a better person tomorrow than I am right now. You know what I mean? To be a better person today than I was yesterday.
I love it.
Because
constant growth is the key.
if you're not growing, you're staying stagnant. And the last thing I want to do is get to a place where I'm not doing anything.
I always heard, if you are content, you will repent. Trust me. Once you become content with where you are in life, where you are, it fucks with your motivation, it fucks with your goals. It's like you get a little complacent here and there. I don't need to do that. It's all right, and I don't need to be better today. That's the mindset that keeps a lot of people from doing what they need to do in life and what they want to do. I'd say more importantly, because people that can't enjoy themselves if they're not confident in what they do. So,
I've had stages like that too, even recently, where I'm like, life's good, you know what I mean? Life's good, so I'm not stressing the brand. But not realizing it, I didn't think I was giving up on it. But like deep down, I was like, okay, well, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh crap, I didn't get to it, I'll do it. You know what I mean? Because you just end up, everything's good, you end up going through it.
It's like cycle.
Cool. All right, yep, tomorrow, maybe Thursday, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just, you can't ever get it off the ground like that, you know what I mean? You gotta give it everything you have all the time.
And I can see that with your brand and with the mission that you have and the events that we're putting on and like you said, the music that you put out and the events that you put up with that. You can see the passion in what you do, Kevin. So I'm so glad that you have come through to the Gazebo, man. Is there anything else that you feel needs to be said? I want you to, tell the people anything that needs to be said about Kevin, about Born for This. I know you got something dropping in July. I know that. So that was coming part of the plugs and everything.
So big drop. It's the brand's first big drop, I would say, in my opinion.
Okay.
And that is in terms of overall amount of options to choose from, you know what I mean? Quantity-wise. But the quality of the work is also improving greatly.
I can see that.
I know the two biggest hits, in my opinion, of the brand were the Pink Valentine's Day hoodies, and then these shirts right here. I call them the butterflies. You know what I mean? Emphasis on the eyes.
I like that.
And this design was brought to life by Harrisburg artist. Shout out to John Sick. 17 years old. And
dope.
He's killing it. He's literally killing it.
His aesthetic is fucking dope. I mean, if we can see the shirt, you can probably see it on the camera angle there. There you go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's just a little glimpse of what he does. But
yeah. This isn't even like, I really fuck with this, but this isn't even the best thing he made for me. And design-wise, my collaboration with him is gonna be the big item on the July 17th drop.
Okay.
It's the weekend. It's the Friday after the community cleanup day.
Got you.
And like I said, the John Sick collection, I haven't released the design yet, but it's gonna be hand painted onto every shirt.
Awesome.
So
that's amazing.
I'm only selling 20 of them.
Cool.
But they're gonna be limited. They're gonna be a little bit more expensive too. These ones are $20. We're probably looking at $35 for these ones. But like I said, they're extremely limited. Not everyone's gonna be able to get one like you were for this. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And an extra $15 for something that's being here created. You know what I mean?
Hand designed. Yeah.
In the city, everything happening is happening.
Come on, $35 for handcraft. That's, support your local artists.
That's the big thing I'm excited about. We have the brand has a collaboration with Zachary Wolves. He's making some of the design that's on there, and I was able to do a Born for This photo shoot with Brandon Olt and Christian Benassi.
Oh, I was talking to Brandon. His shit's tough.
They took some pictures of some of the items that are coming out that day as well, so I'll be able to use their work for advertising purposes for my brand. So I'm extremely excited about that. Shout out to them. And then me and Evil have a job coming out as well, but we're not sure if we're gonna put it on the July 17th drop or not.
Shout out E. Mitchell, man. He's tough. I like that spider. That new spider design is tough.
Yo.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Me and him have some things coming. Like I said, we're just not quite sure if we're gonna be able to put it on the July 17th drop or not. But he's also gonna start manufacturing my shirts for me too.
Cool.
We're gonna try to keep the business 100% in Harrisburg. The only thing happening out of Harrisburg is the shirts being made, obviously. And if there's anyone in Harrisburg that can provide T-shirts, let me know. You know.
Hit Kevin up, man. We're gonna have his socials everywhere. We're gonna have your plugs everywhere. Tell the people where they can find you. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere they need to know. Anything they need to know about you.
So my Instagram is _Kevin Davis _. I had to check on that.
It'll be on your screen.
Yeah.
One of the screens. It'll be everywhere.
There. And I think there's 2 dots in the Born for This. Yeah. So born.4. That's the number 4. You don't have to spell out the 4. Dot this. THIS.
I like it. I like it.
And I actually just created the Twitter. Let me pull it up for you.
My man's on Twitter now. Finally.
I had to make the Twitter. It's
yep.
at Born for This brand. You know what I mean?
We're going to have that on the screen. You know what I'm saying?
And should I give them the Facebook? Do y'all want the Facebook?
Yeah, they're going to get it regardless.
All right. Born for This clothing brand on Facebook.
There you go.
Alright.
I love it, man. I appreciate you coming through. I appreciate Peachka. I appreciate Nikki. Check her out too. She's out here doing crazy shit. She ain't just behind the scenes. Yeah, she's around. She's around. We ain't trying to be too professional with this. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I want it to be a good conversation and everything. I want people to feel relaxed and to feel like they can say what they want to say. So.
Sure. Yeah, I appreciate you having me out here. We had originally planned to, do this on Instagram Live.
Yeah.
So it was cool to actually come out here and be a part of the first ever event in the actual gazebo.
Yes.
I got a little backstory on this today. If you don't mind, I'll share it with
Go
them.
ahead, man. Tell them.
So this idea happened one night, just a random night, the same way the Born for This brand happened. And you said, 2 years later, we're finally living it?
Not even. Probably we're less than a year. That was probably leaving just last September. This is just less than a year,
That's
man.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So it's awesome to be a part of the first one. You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah. First actual live from the Gazebo. So Kevin Davis, Born for This. Y'all know what's up. Kevin, thank you so much for being here, man. Peachka, Nikki, thank you so much.
I just have to give a shout out to Wellesley Farms. I
go.
would not be able to do this live from the Gazebo without your water. You keep me going.
Yes. Wesley Farms. Is it PA? Who knows? But we love it.
I think it's BJ's water. So shout out to BJ's.
There you go.
Unless you're racist.
Nah, we don't fuck with that. Tell them, the shirts say it all. The shirts say it all.
If BJ's is racist and BJ's makes his water,
then fuck.
Don't give me the advertisement. I don't want it.
Then fuck y'all. All right. We out. Thank you guys so much. Love it. Live from the Gazebo. Boom. We're done.
Gazebo.